What up? I'm back. Today is July 31st on a Monday. 8:30 and 9:43 in another clock. I I don't know. I was gonna pick another song called "Love, Love, Love" by Monster and Men, and I was like, no fucking way, bro. Like the song is delicious. The song is good. It's delicious. But like it strikes a chord with me. It hurts. It hurts too bad, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna listen to that song. Like I said, man, I'm probably the most. You know, it's not anything to be proud of, but I mean, I guess it could be. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm like super fucking sensitive, man. Like, I can't help that that's the way that I am. It's fucking weird, man. I can't help that I'm just like a sensitive little Nancy, you know? It's fucking annoying. It's fucking super annoying, man. You try and be like, you try to be so tough, you know? You try and be so fucking tough, and you are, and I am. I am extremely tough. But, like, in the same right, I'm the opposite. Like I said, I'm the fucking greatest paradox that ever walked the planet Earth. That's not a positive thing. It's not positive at all. It's not positive. It's difficult, to say the least. Meaning, I love so fucking completely, and then I the opposite of that as well. Because everything is opposite to me. And when I love, it hurts. But it's not a good hurt because it's past that. And then the opposite would be like nothingness. And both are just, they're both miserable in their right, but it just doesn't make sense because then you look at yourself and you're like, are you even capable of like a connection or a relationship with a human being? Like, are you even capable of it? And I've thought about this numerous times. Like, am I even capable? And it wraps around the knowledge of me being a wanderer too. And it's almost like it's almost like a curse of something. I don't know what it is, man. I really don't. It's very fucking frustrating to me. Because it's almost like I don't get it. I don't get what I'm doing wrong. I don't get why it just seems like I'm not good enough for anybody or I'm too much. Like I'm telling you, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like it just seems like that to me. And I know I get distant, I guess. Maybe I'm the one doing it. You know, that's where I'm trying to look at it. But then at the same time, but I'm not getting anything else to tell me to stay. That's the point of what I'm trying to like say, is like it just doesn't fucking make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me because no one's it's so fucking confusing to me. And so then you just like, well, it is what it is, and this playlist is called Mono, M-O-N-O, like singular. And there's only 3 songs in it. I've only had it for a day. But the first song that came on was like a Mellow Mushroom song and our Dead Mouse song, I can't remember. And then there was that song, this song, and then the song that I heard was like Love, Love, Love of Monster and Men. And like that song is just literally talking about like I'm a monster or someone's a monster, whoever's singing it's a monster, whether it's me or the other person, like, and we can't love each other for some fucking reason. But that's the paradox there, where it's like, but we do. Like, oh, you do, or you're capable of it, but for some reason, there's something in the way stopping it. Like, but what is that reason? And I look at it because, like, I do love people, but I just love them differently, and I don't know if I'm just fucked up. I just don't know if I'm just fucked up. Where it's just been too long, and I'm just too damaged. And even in the healing, like, I love myself now, but I don't really have a choice. Like, I have to love myself now. Like, I give myself time, attention, and focus. That is love, right? Time, attention, and focus. And so I just never been able to give someone long-term time, attention, and focus for some reason. And it's not that I didn't try or I haven't tried. It's just never been reciprocated. And so then everything is pointing back to me, like, what am I doing wrong? And that's just kind of what I felt my whole life. It's like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And it's, and, you know, half of me thinks it's me, half of me knows it's me, half of me thinks it's, well, maybe I'm just so different than the average human being, or most human beings, or all human beings, that I just, the capacity of what I do, and when I do things, and when I do love, it's fucking a lot. It's that ride or die energy. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's no in between. Could be psychotic. But not really, because I can, you know, I would just assume that type. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't know what's wrong with me. And I feel like I knew I was going to talk today, and I knew I talked the last 2 days. And I know I don't have an art video. I know there's nothing fancy. And that kind of hurts me a little bit, but in the same right, I know I'm fixing to leave. I know I'm fixing to get in my truck and leave. And I'm doing things slow for a reason, so I stay here as long as I can before I jump. Because this trip may be different. This trip could be different in every right. I don't have an idea what's going to happen. I've never been to these places. I'm going to one place I'm going to go. I've been there before, but all the rest I've never truly been. And I've never really truly been to the places that I was, but it's a different right. I'm telling you, it's just a different scenario. This time I'm going to actually be halfway prepared, which is a scary thing for me. Preparing for something is way more scary than just swinging from the hip for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, in my right and my understanding of existence, like, everything I say sounds so fucking stupid. It doesn't make sense. Even though I don't know what's going to happen, like, me having certain things in here kind of pushes the scenario. Pushes me in a direction, and I hate the idea of being pushed. But at the same time, I love it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't make fucking sense. Because then in the same right, in the same fucking sentence, in the same thought, I love being pushed by one person. Because then it's easy mode from there. Like, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think. And it makes it easy. But then in the same right, it makes me feel like a fucking child. And so then it's like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, why do you don't understand, but yet you understand everything? But yet you can't be, which it doesn't matter, but that's how I was raised. That was the split Cody, where he had so many fucking perspectives to cater to every fucking individual that existed in his realm of existence, where he had to be somebody else to meet the needs of them first. And so for me, maybe that's what it is. It's scary in the instance of, like, I'm doing whatever it is for me, and that feels uncomfortable. It feels wrong. It really does feel wrong. It feels wrong to be happy. It feels wrong to not think about somebody else first. Like, it feels wrong. But yet, it's the only answer. It's the only answer. Then now, the idea that just came up was, then there's that beta bullshit. Which, I'm not beta, I'm sigma. If anything. But then it puts me in the right words, because, like, you know, I don't want anything from 99.9% of the people in the world. You know, if anything, I would want attention from one human being. But then I don't want to push either, right? I don't want to force, I don't want to, whatever, anyone. I don't want to control anyone. Because I was nothing but controlled. unconsciously, subconsciously, by rules and regulations of man, and religion of man, and pride and ego of other men. And when I say men, it's not men. I'm talking about the human race, by humans. I don't really technically speak. A lot of times I do talk about feminine and masculine, but in the one right, like I said, the women that control me tend to be more masculine women. Means they were just in their masculine traits, not masculine. Not they didn't have a swinging dick. They just had to take the roles of masculine. They were programmed to be more masculine. That's not right. It is not wrong. But in being one side or the other, you lose the other side. So when you're in your masculine traits, you're more action-oriented. Go, 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 go. When you're in your feminine, it's nature, nurture, nature, nurture. And so for me being raised, my mom was in her masculine traits. She didn't nature, nurture me. I got neglected in that sense. And then also I was a weird fucking provider for her. Money for her. Paying shit when I was 15, 16 years old, 17, 18 years old. That's why I moved out. Like, I'm paying the fucking bills as a fucking child. Which it didn't matter. I didn't care. It was, for me it was like, whatever, it's part of the responsibilities of what we're in. Who cares? Just don't lie to me. Yet she did. But it's weird, because then you build resentment in that. You're like, man, motherfucker, I'm a child, and I'm paying fucking our bills. It's fucking ridiculous. Doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. I accept it. I mean, I'm honored to do it. Kind of, in a right. It's what I thought, even though I was kind of pissed off about it, but not really. It wasn't really a choice, And so my older brother had the same kind of stain too, because he did the same. But it's fucking weird, man. You look back at it because you don't really even have emotions because you became so numb to it. Like, you became numb to the manipulation. You became numb to the lies. You became numb to just allow it to happen. And for me, it's like I just felt even more obligated, I think, than my older brother, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we were equal, but like I said, I was in slavery. I was under a contract. Like, literally. And you could say, Cody, you're taking that to the extreme. I'm like, no, I wish I was. I wish I was. But everything that was on me was that this was a literal fucking contract. And then when she died, the day that she died, there was a literal fucking contract in the sky that I felt. I knew it wasn't there per se, but it was there, and I saw it rip. And it was over. And I was fucking free, and I could breathe. And my shoulders got light. And I wanted to jump for joy, but I couldn't. Because it was still a somber moment in time. And I used gratitude to shape it so it wasn't so fucking bad. And I knew it was coming a long time ago before she ever got sick. I knew. But, I can't talk about the things that I know because Cody's crazy. Like, Cody's not fucking crazy. Cody just knows shit you don't fucking know. And Cody doesn't exist. His time is done. He is so done. I just wish I could just exit out of existence, out of paperwork, that Cody, that idea. I know I can't erase it because it is, and it was. But it's a stain that it's not negative, really. It's not negative. I mean, technically it was negative. It was below zero, but it was needed. It's the other side of the rainbow. There's two sides to the rainbow. I'm glad I didn't pick the other song. I thought about it hard because it's actually a very like beautiful song, even in the distance and the I can't the incapable understanding of that, where it's like, dude, I love completely, like, and then it just hurts the opposite person if one person's saying that they can't love the other person. It's like, man, but you do. That's the point of you saying you can't love them. It's because you fucking already max love them. So the song itself is just a paradox of saying something's stopping me, something, the world, people is holding us apart when it already is. Like, it already is. It already is. And the problem is you're just scared to let what is be. Because it is fucking overwhelming. It is not of this world. Like, you have to be out of the world to even accept what that love is. And it's perfection. But perfection is not perfect based on the human standards of not messing up. It just means it is a perfect love. Meaning there's devastation, there's tears, there's growing, there's stepping away from everything else to make this love work. And it's just to be together and just understand that once you chain each other to each other, like, that is that. Like, you already chained technically, and now you're just stretching the chain out as far as possible. But you're already chained, like it already is. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, no matter what, you could never be together, but you're just always, it's too late. It's too late, the chain is already tied. So it's actually punishment when you guys are away. It's uncomfortable when you're away. When you're pulling on each other's chain, it hurts. So the point is to come together. And then you have slack. And then you just walk together and it doesn't hurt. But yeah, dude, I just love everything. I love life. Like, as the emotional it is for me, like, I mean, I kind of get off on that shit, really. Like, the pain is getting me right now in the stomach a little bit, but kind of makes me nauseous, but it's like I don't get it, because it runs through my life where it's like, am I even capable? I'm like, yeah, I am capable. It's just I've never had anyone capable the way I'm capable. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I watched this movie, which I watched it before. It's like Barefoot something, I don't know, but it's this girl and this guy. And she's like, ends up in a mental institution for something, and she's like, was sheltered to no means. Like, her mom was a schizophrenic, and so they thought she was the one hearing voices, and she wasn't. And so, but she never been out of the house. Like, she didn't go to school. Like, her mom taught her everything, and she was just like different, not crazy, just different. You know, and then so she was out in the world for the first time because there was a guy and he was whatever, and he saved her from something, and she followed him out, and she instantly fell in love with him from that act of saving, and then he ended up falling in love with her, but two peas in a pod type of deal, and like I said, I like the romantic movies. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I love them. They're adorable to me. But like my whole life, like, I was looking for that thing I lost, which was unconditional love, or someone accepting me as me, and me not having to form or change myself for anybody, but to be accepted as I am. And it's very difficult, like, because like I said, I morph to every human being. In a right, and doesn't mean it's negative or positive, but it just means that, like, but I don't love everybody like that either. Like, I can't it's hard to explain. Where like I treat you based on your level, right? I just mimic you, and in that right, that means I'm above you. I'm not gonna lie to you. It means I'm capable of much more than you, because I come at you, as a mirror image of you. I become whatever it is I need to be for you. And so, if I meet a person that's capable of like this high extreme level of love, like then I come at you with that. If you're not, then I don't. I come as you. But for me, it tends to be more on the the trauma side. It's kind of what I come to. A lot of times I just mimic you in those concepts, but I don't know, dude. All I know is tomorrow I'm gonna change my oil. I'm gonna put a new fuel filter on. I thought about doing my brakes. I may wait. I didn't buy any. I don't know. I may go get brakes tomorrow and change those. I'm not sure. I may wait it out until I get back. I'm not super afraid of it this time, because if I'm not going to East Tennessee, which I'm not afraid of East Tennessee, but for mountains. If I'm going just Dakotas, it's all flat shit anyways. I don't need them. It is what it is. But I gotta go. I gotta run. I gotta run again. This will probably be a 3-run type of understanding. I'm probably gonna run another 7 days. I'm definitely gonna run for sure. I mean, my mom died on August 3rd, so tomorrow is August 1st. I definitely want to be on the road by August 3rd for sure. And it's not that I'm running from anything. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, that was the question that I had yesterday. It's like, are you running from something? From reality, responsibility? And that's the question that I've had the last couple of days. That's the question I've had this whole journey, really. It's like, are you running from something? And at no point in time am I running from anything. I'm running towards something. I'm running towards freedom. I'm running towards a better understanding of me. I'm running towards my purpose. I talked to somebody yesterday and he goes, you know what? You don't have to have a purpose. You don't have to have a purpose. Like, and to me, I was like, you know what? You don't have to fucking have anything. You don't have to have anything. But I need a purpose. I need one. Because to not have a purpose for me, it's like, what's the fucking point? Like, there's no point of existing for me. Like, literally. I can't explain this more than enough. Whether my purpose is to be a husband and a father, that's a fucking purpose. Okay? Like, that's a purpose. Whether it's to meet someone 3 days from now at 12:23 at a gas station, that's a fucking purpose. Whether it's this or it's that, like, that's a fucking purpose. I got to have a purpose. I have to. I can't just walk through life with zero purpose. Like, that, if that's the case, like, I'm gonna check out. Like, literally. There's no reason to be here. Even if my purpose was to play video games, I got to have a fucking purpose. I just got to. I gotta find one, grab onto it, and run towards it. And I've always, since I was little, like I said, I wanted to right the wrongs. I wanted to never neglect the kid, ever. I never wanted to leave a kid fucking distraught and destroyed. I never wanted a kid to feel like I felt. Ever. Ever. Not good enough for fucking anything. And then, if someone does come and save you, then now you're fucking obligated. And it just reminds you every fucking day that you were nothing and they had to save you. And that's an ignorant idea, yes. But it's the idea that I held on to my whole fucking life. And so it did stain me. Like, it's not... You could say, Cody, you're being stupid, da da da. I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But it's too fucking late. The damage was done. The damage was done. No one corrected that problem. And if you look at adults now, look at kids who were adopted now. Look at fucking grown-ass people who are adopted now. Womenizers, cheaters, mother issues, father issues. Not able to be truly vulnerable with anybody. Look at children of divorce. Same fucking stuff. Cheaters. Needing and seeking attention from everybody. Tons of vices. Trying to escape. Nothing they do is ever good enough for anybody. And it's not for anybody, it's for themselves. Because in their brain, in their child brain where the damage was done, they're still lost. And no one's ever been able to hold them long enough to make them believe. To believe that they are worthy. To believe that they are loved. To believe that they are good enough. Just like they are. And yet we all strive for just this external fucking bullshit that we can never get. Technically. Or none of us, hardly any of us have ever had. We all have these insecurities. And then when we don't feel, ultimately the biggest thing is you're not feeling worthy of love. And then when someone comes that wants to love you completely, you fucking run from it. Or you're afraid of it. You don't trust it. And in every right you have the reason to believe that. Because probably 99.9% of your relationships gave you reason to not believe that love even fucking exists. It doesn't exist. That's because no one's capable of communicating their true self to somebody else because they don't even know their true self. They don't even know what their true desires are. They don't even know what their true wants are. They don't even know what they truly like. Because everyone's morphing the same way I do to the person in front of them. To try and meet the needs of the person in front of them so the person in front of them doesn't fucking leave them. Even though all they have to believe is that at some point, I'm not good enough and someone's gonna leave me. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm the fucking problem. I'm a lot. And it's like, as confident as I am, as much shit as I fix, I still have that shit because it's like, I don't know why I do. But it's just because every relationship before then's been the same. You know? And so really, you think about it, well then what is the common denominator of all the relationships before? Well, the common denominator is you. And that's a fucking huge pill to swallow. It's a huge fucking pill to swallow. At least for me it is. Because then it's like, well, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, I don't know. I'm just me. If I love you completely. Like, if I want to, I don't know how to be anything other than that. So then it's like, well, you just gotta meet another person who's fucking like you, like that. Because if you meet anybody else, it just ain't gonna fucking work. You're gonna get your little bitch ass heart broken again. And again, and again, and again. And then you're just like, well, fuck it, whatever. Because it is what it is. Like, I don't know the answer. I'm still working on myself, I guess. I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm trying to change the world. I want to change the world. I want to help people. Really, like, on a fucking huge scale, though. Like, but I understand that, like, whatever I'm doing evidently is not fucking working. I guess. Or maybe it is. You know, that's the other right. It's like, it is working. It's just not a grand slam today. You know, it's not the end of the game. I'm still in, I'm only still in inning 2. You know. I'm still in the first quarter. And then you don't really understand the impact of you. Like, you can't even see it. That's the one thing that you kind of got to detach from as like a result. Because you're never going to see, technically, results. You know, I'm trying to think of like a influential person that they can see the impact of what they do. Maybe Taylor Swift can see an impact when she fills a stadium full of people. Randy Travis, Jimmy Buffett, AC/DC, maybe those are the only ones who can even see a tangible influence of what they do. The Beatles, I don't know, someone in a fucking concert or something, like maybe in that right, you can see that. Or Billy Graham, so you're filling out this, you're filling up this. But like for me, it's just like, I don't know. I hope I'm helping people. But then like I had a buddy text me tonight, and he's like, I watched your stuff, and so I found out you deleted all your contacts and stuff. I was like, well, cool. Now I got your number, man. I appreciate it. Love you, buddy. But like in the same right, it's like go talk for yourself, my friend. Go talk for yourself. Go do exactly what I'm doing, but do it for yourself. Speak your own mind. Don't watch my content every time I put out something, man. I love you, but that's not going to fix you. What I'm saying is not going to fix you. What you say will fix you. What you say will fix you. Just record it and start listening to it. Get a tape recorder and re-listen to it. I put music to it because it makes it more exciting for me. It gives me a beat. It gives me a cadence. I love music, and music has been my only fucking long-term friend. Music's been the only thing that's shown up for me over and over and over again my whole life. Music's the only thing that doesn't, other than nature, that doesn't think I'm too fucking much. That's never called me cocky. It's never told me I was boastful. Never said that you need to be knocked down a peg. Music's the only fucking thing. You know what? I'm my roommate. And maybe a couple friends. 2 friends. Really. In all reality. 2 friends. My roommate. And even then, like maybe one of my roommates more so than other, because then I can feel negativeness off of another one sometimes. But it's not bad. It just is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Like But that's kind of like my reality, like literally. Like literally. So, over my whole life, that's not made me question myself or feel bad about just me being me. But you got to talk. You got to speak your mind. You got to let it out. The vibration come out of your mouth and then hear what you're saying. And let it soak in. But you got to exit out all that shit that's been in your body your whole fucking life and you've been afraid to talk about. Just talk it out. Cry. Go to nature and do it. It will fucking hold you. Go sit in the water. It will hold you. It will love you. And it will not judge you. Even I could judge you. Because I'm human. But nature will never do such thing. It will accept you as you are. But you have to speak. You have to act. Or nothing will ever change. Listening is not acting. Hearing is not acting. Speaking is an action. But you need to do it more than 1 hour of therapy a week. That's never gonna fix your fucking problem. It's just gonna cost you fucking money when you can do it for fucking free. It's already expensive enough to live. I'm telling you how to do it for fucking free. Speak your mind. Put headphones in, put one in, and speak. Record it and listen to it over and over and over again, and do it the next day. Talk 1 hour a day. Listen to it 2 or 3 times. Listen to it as soon as you get done while you're going to sleep. Listen to it as you're going to sleep. You know, in the future I'll make something where it's quick and easy and you can convert it and make it quick. I'm making something for that. But right now I don't have the capacity to do such. I don't have the coding skills. I'll meet somebody who will. And then we're just going to make something super quick. That it will be a process and we're going to have music that we can use. And then boom, there it is. And the best part for me is, this is why I put it on the YouTube, is to make it real. So it can help other people. But like I'm saying, like, don't listen to my content 24 hours a fucking day. It's not going to do you any good. Because then now, instead of giving yourself time, you're giving me time. And yes, it does help you. It does. But you have to act for yourself. Listening is not an action. You learn to love yourself. I promise. If you force yourself to listen to yourself, like, you will learn to love it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start to understand yourself more. And you're going to start to go, that's what that means. That's what that is. That's what that voice is. That's what that action is. That's what those tears are. That's what those feelings are. Like, that's me. Now I know. Now I can fix the problem because I know it. Instead, I just dodged it. I just ran my whole life from this. Obviously, it's always going to be a problem because I'm always fucking running from myself. And so for me, that was the question. That's a question that I'm asking now as I hop into my truck and I drive as fast as fucking possible. But I'm not running from anything. This is different from me. This is freedom. This is complete my time with no one else in my mind. No thoughts, no give a fucks about what she thinks or what he thinks or that job thinks. Fuck them. For just a minute, for just a day, for just a week, I can be free. I can live in the moment and not worry about tomorrow. Not worry about when I get back. But just worrying about right fucking now. Locked in, music blaring, top, as loud as it can fucking be. Me checking my mirrors left and right, just fucking understanding, watching every sign that goes by, every car that goes by, every license plate that goes by, every billboard that I go by, every person that passes me at peace. Just living in the moment, just living for fucking once, being free. And if I die, fuck, I die. But at least in that moment, I'm fucking flying. I'm alive. I'm at peace. I'm smiling ear to ear, and even if I'm crying, like I'm locked into that moment as tears just roll down my fucking face. Embarrassed as fuck, technically, but at the same time just be like, dude, this feeling feels so nasty, yet it feels so good. Like no one's beside me making fun of me. No one's bullying me. No one's calling me a sissy. And in any right, none of that shit should even matter, because no one even knows what I've gone through. No one's lived a second in my perspective. No one's felt the way I've felt my whole life since I can fucking remember. Since I can feel. So whether I'm panicking, I'm freaking out, it don't fucking matter. I'm alive. And I'm alone. And no one's ever held me long enough to make me believe. So I'm gonna go, and this truck, this music holds me. Shit that is not even fucking alive. And I talk shit about materialistic shit, but this truck has loved me, kept me safe. This vessel, this thing, I'm more secure in this than I am in humans. Like, how fucking sad is that? How sad is that? Because at least this truck won't talk about me behind my back. This truck just is. And I've loved it. And in some untangible way, I feel love from it. It's done everything I've asked it to do. It's never complained. It's never said I'm too much. Never left me unread. Ever. Not once. We all have those security things, you know. People could have teddy bears or blankets or pillows. We all have those things that always show up for us, and a lot of them aren't alive. They're just tangible things. But they make us feel comfort because of the things that I spoke on. They're always there for us. They always let us squeeze them. I can kick the shit out of my truck and it doesn't get mad at me. It's still gonna do what it does for me. I can cuss it, I can punch it, I drum it as hard as I can on the steering wheel and it still fucking moves. Like, it accepts me for me. And that's the same with nature. Like, literally, as long as it's not a fucking animal, you know, don't fucking hurt animals. That's fucking weird. You know, but you could punch a tree technically if you wanted to, but it's pretty hard. I mean, I don't know, but it's always there for you. It will let you cut it down. It will let you fucking drink the blood of it, the sap. They'll let you pluck the fruit of it. Like it's standing for you and it's never fucking complains. No. It's weird, like you're married and you give your wife this or that, or you give your girlfriend this or that, and they complain, that's not what I wanted. It's not good enough. Or you used to always give them flowers and then you forget flowers one fucking time and then it's the end of the fucking world. Or you don't open the door for them one time. I mean, we have a dog at the house, man, and she is something special. She's got us all trained. Between me, my roommate, my landlord, like, she's got us all whipped. And, spoiled, fuck. Not even, like, that's not even the word. Like, you don't give her attention, she's fucking pouting in the corner. But then she comes and gets attention, but then she doesn't want attention. Like the most confusing fucking creatures in the world. Females. But it's always been you, my darling. Give her food sometimes, she just don't want it. But then she's gonna eat it later. It's the most confusing shit ever. She makes zero fucking sense. Like me and him will be talking like just about random stuff. You know, like, because we'll talk for like an hour or something, and just about everything, and she'll start pouting. Just pouts. Because we're not giving her attention, you know. And she don't even want attention. She just wants attention because someone else is getting attention. But she's not going after the attention. It's so fucking confusing. I mean, it's the same thing, like, if there's two dogs, and you give one attention, like, she didn't want attention before, but then if you give attention to another dog, then now she's pissed off, and then she's trying to come get attention from you, and I'm like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, and then they get jealous, like, it doesn't make any sense. Because, like, women should understand that, well, at least in my instance, the way I perceive things, the way I do things, is I only want to give one person attention, really. Doesn't mean that I don't give other people attention. That's ignorant. If someone else is in front of me, I'm going to give them attention, but at the end of the day, even in that act, I'm still looking at the one thing that I want attention from. I'm just trapped in this moment having to give this other person attention and make the best of it. But I've never took my eyes off the thing that I want attention from, ever. That's just me. I'm a one attention person. Like, it doesn't matter. I could be on the other side of the world, but I really just filling my time, but my time is still seeking and holding attention on one thing and one thing alone. I've never lost the attention of that. But that's me. I'm just a weird human being, though. I'm just not getting the attention, so like someone's in front of me, I'm going to give them attention. That's not whom I want attention for. It's actually kind of weird. You think about, like, say you're in the middle of a room, or you're in a room, and you're in a place, and the one thing that you want attention from, or that has your attention, because it does. Like, it doesn't matter where that thing goes around the room, you're always side-eyeing it, you're always feeling that attention, like you're already hooked to that. That's the only thing you're really even looking at. Like, literally. But there is something in front of you, so you are just playing the game of giving this person in front of you attention, but you're not really. You're just watching the other thing walk around the room. That's where your attention is. You never took your attention off of it. You can't. It's impossible. Like, no matter where you go, the attention, even though there's a world in front of you, your attention's always on the other thing that your attention's on. Like, you can't stop it. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. Nothing matches up to the thing that you want the attention from. Nothing's even close. And I perceive that as every human being, like, literally. I would almost say that that's one of the most true statements in the world that I've ever talked about. Is your attention is already took. In some right. Like, literally. Like, you know what you want. Everyone does. You know what your highest thing is that you want attention from. Or that has your attention. And everything that comes into play in front of you, it's just is what it is. It's not what you really want. It's not really where your attention's going. It's not really what you're thinking about. You're thinking about that other thing always. And so even no matter what, you could be doing whatever. But it doesn't matter. Like, your attention's tied or chained somewhere else already. Like, literally, that's how it fucking works. But what's in front of you may seem like this or that, or it's the avenue that you have to go. But it's like, because I don't know why. Because the other person's walking around the room and not giving you attention, even though in their brain they're doing the same fucking thing. They only want your attention too. But then in some right, I guess everyone's, I don't know, just too afraid to only have one attention. Even though, like, if you was to look at what you're doing, it's like your attention's always on that other person or that other thing already, always. Like, so whoever's in front of you doesn't truly even fucking matter. Because your attention's elsewhere. And I think about this all the time, like, especially meeting people and talking to people. Like, it always, like, everyone always has their attention on something else. Or someone else. Not always, but it's always whatever, you know? Like, you can just talk to them and understand, like, the way that they word things or say things, or they're talking about somebody else, but it's always the same fucking person. Or an idea of a person. Like, and then so, like, everything else just kind of gets dull, because it's like, this is just filling up space in front of you, when really all you want is to pull that string or that chain that you're tied to and just yank it so you're face to face and you're just giving each other complete attention at that point. Even though it's difficult, even though you could be pulling uphill, or there could be shit in the way, there could be everything in the way telling you not to, or that you're not good enough, or this or that, or ideas, or it won't work, or this or that. Oh, that got crazy real quick. But I always perceive it that way, man. I really do. Like, it is what it is. Like, everyone their attention somewhere, right? It is. They're at everything, like it really is, and then they're just filling up things in front of them because they just come up with scenarios of why the chain is so long, or why the other person's not giving them attention. When it's, I think both people are probably just in fear of like the other person doesn't want my attention because someone's in front of them now and they're giving them attention. When in all reality, like they're side eyeing each other the whole fucking time. They're watching each other the whole time. Like literally, like that's fucking reality. That's fucking reality. And it makes me laugh because I just watch it all the time. Like I watch it all the time. And I think a lot of it is just that fear, that unknown, that type of love that they've never felt before. Because man, I watch it all the time, dude. Just talking to people and like if they tell me like who they like and shit, I'm like, dude, you guys already like each other. Like you guys fucking like love each other. Like literally. Or whatever you guys are doing. Like you already are obsessed with each other. Like I can watch this. I can watch it happen right here. It's fucking weird. But it's overwhelming. Or the time's not ready yet. Like neither one of you is willing to take that risk because you understand that in that risk a lot of things have to change, because it won't be like any other thing else. And so the comfortableness of you, which you think it's comfortable, it's that comfortably numb idea. You're like, that's manageable, right? That's easy, like that's regular, like you know what that is. So everything else, if you guys were to come together, is unknown and scary, overwhelming. Even though the power of that coming together, yeah, it comes with that shit, but the power is what, like you guys can overcome anything as long as you communicate. Like it's not a big fucking deal, because the power of real love is can conquer anything. I mean, you think about the concept of Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, they died, but what did they conquer? They conquered everything. Literally, even death itself. They transmuted it with their love itself. Because death is not a bad thing, technically. You guys perceive it as that. And in one writing, it just means they're always going to be together from that point on. To die at the same time means you go wherever you go together after this life. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a stupid idea, because we don't know where we go after this, technically. But, like, in that idea, it's saying, well, we can't live in the world together. And that's kind of a dumb idea, because you can. You just run away together. You know, just get away from the people that say you can't. Fuck them. But, you know, they chose the death route. You know, whatever. To each his own, man. Young and in love, you know, stupid. You know, rather be alive than dead. Like, whatever. But then again, like I said, but then you die at the same time. You guys will go to the same place together. You guys are connected and bonded. And there is more stuff outside of this realm. There's other existences and whatever dimensions and stuff like that. So, I mean, and the energy of your love is greater than what you can see. The vibration of your speak is greater than what you can see. The vibration of everything, which everything is vibrating. Everything in reality is a vibration. And love is the greatest vibration. And it transmutes everything. There's nothing that can stand between it. Now, you can't technically see that, but there's nothing standing in between the bond of love. Like it always is. That's what the chain is. That's what the pull is. That's what the call is. That's what the intention is the vibration of love that cannot be broken by the world. Even in distance, it doesn't really matter. The vibration is always. And then it's only in the 3D, technically, or in the world that you perceive with your eyes, where the distance is. But the bond is already there. So even if two people, there's been stories of, there's always stories of like something happening to two loved ones. One's on this side of the world, one's on the other, 12 hours away. Something happens to the other one fucking feels it. It's that vibration of love. It's a chain. It's a rope. It's a string. It's a constant infinity loop of a vibration of connection that cannot be broken by any man or woman. And it just is. And once you start that infinite power source up, you cannot stop it. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. Once you start up infinite power, it cannot be broken, it cannot be stopped. And infinite power is love. It's love between two. That bring two existence, two circles, two infinity loops of expression together. Like once it gets started up, it cannot be stopped. And the longer it's apart, the harder it hurts, the more damage that happens. Because it's you got two huge chains that are just destroying everything in its wake. And it fucking hurts until you come together and can just stand there in it. Then you can't, whatever. But it's kind of a weird concept because it has to do with other, I guess you would call it invisible stuff that you cannot see per se, but you can feel it. I mean, if you ever talk to people that can see auras, it would kind of be like that concept. Our children are innocent minds that haven't been destroyed yet. They can see different grid points. They can see different lights, different frequencies. Then you would be able to kind of explain with a visual, if you was to believe such human, But, I mean, that's what's so funny. It's like, the layman people call you crazy. Yet the government has fucking programs about it. The government studies programs about it. Like, they have black ops that train in this type of stuff. And astro travel. There's whole divisions in the government about astro traveling. Like, and then you guys call it fallacy or fake. And when your government puts your fucking money in research to do it. So, you tell me. You're paying for it. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. And then you go into the secret societies and they do it. And the Masons. And, but yet you Christians, say it's this and it's that, or it's not real. I'm like, no shit's real. You guys are just so one-tracked. You guys are so in one linear understanding. You guys are getting ripped and destroyed because of these guidelines that you fall to. Literally. And then you don't even understand the fact of what you speak is witchcraft in itself. The English language itself is witchcraft. All of it. It's magic. All of it. Abracadabra. Magic. It's not the words, technically. It's all words. All vibrations that come out of inside of you. Once spoken, it is magic. And you guys are reciting mantras by reading these books out loud. The Lord's Prayer. All this stuff is literally your repetitive mantras of magic and spells. And then you're calling it into reality. Forgive them, for they don't know what they do. Forgive us all, for we don't know what we do. It's hilarious. Like, I really love talking now. But in one right, it's like, dude, I kind of want to be silent. But the silence sucks because then the thoughts in my head, I can't get them out. And then so you kind of, if I could just keep thoughts from growing or going through my head, then it would be fine. And I'm pretty good at it, but I get bored. Like, I don't want to fucking just sit there and not do nothing. That's fucking sucks. It's boring. It's boring. Like, I'm here. I'm on this earth. Like, I need to do. You know? I need to be. I need to be. Think about like people that do sign language, like the energy that comes off of that. Like, that's crazy. 'Cause they're not speaking, right? But they're still. You think about like Doctor Strange. Like, what's he doing? Like, yeah, he's speaking it, but he's also moving stuff with his hands. And yes, it's a fucking video. It's a movie. But it's like, in that concept, dancing. What about dancing? You know, the TikToks, the little second dancing, and all the people are doing that. They're doing these motions that they don't even fucking understand what they're doing. And then it's being mimicked all over the world. And then it puts you kind of in an understanding. Who knows if it's negative or positive. And, or how it's used, or what kind of brainwashing it's doing, and then now everyone's doing it. Think of like the TV show The AO, or whatever. That was a cool ass show, and I would like to watch it again. But like, they were doing these routines or whatever, and then whatever, and then, but you just think about the repetitiveness, or the more energy, because of the more people that do each thing, and then it's spread all over the whole world. Like, now the whole world knows how to Dougie. You know, the whole world knows how to juju on the beat. You know what I'm saying? That song is hilarious. I love that song. It's fire. Gets me hype. But that's the whole point. You know, like, that's the marketing. That's the mass control manipulation. And whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. I mean, it could be innocent, right? Maybe it doesn't hurt anybody. But it does give some focus and energy. It does take focus and energy and put it to one thing. I saw this thing. It was like a little commercial for Red Bull, and it said, individuality complicates things. And it really does. It really fucking does. But that's a backward remark of, they don't want you to be an individual, because in the individuality of you comes new ideas, and in that means more people are gonna, you can build armies with that, right? So one individual can start doing things his way, and another one can do it his way, and every single group is gonna build. Each individual person's gonna have people that follow. Like, they're just gonna mimic, or they're gonna whatever, because they don't believe they can be an individual themselves. They don't have the capability, because they haven't given themselves enough time, attention, and focus to find out whom they are without other people, because they're always watching other people's content. That's where the number of 85% of the world will always be sheep, because they're not gonna take their time, attention, and focus to do it themselves. Therefore, they're gonna mimic the person that they give their time, attention, and focus to, their influencer. Person that they give their time, attention, and focus to. And so, but if you had, 7 billion individuals, and they were all the same, there's no fucking way that a government of 1,000 leaders, or 13 families could rule us. Because we're all fucking individuals. We all have our own minds. It means we all stand in our own power. Which means we're all our own kings and queens of our own mind. And that's what I talk about when I'm the king of everything and I own everything. Yeah, I own everything within my own right. I don't own the shit that you own. I don't own your mind. And so you guys take it to the extreme and say all this shit, but it's like I have the control and power over my own mind, and I influence myself. Who influences you? Everyone else but yourself. I influence you. Literally. If you're making fun of me, I have power and dominion over you. End of fucking discussion. You are less than me. End of discussion. I am taking your time, attention, and focus. You are nothing to me. I'm not following you. You are following me. I've told you I'm smarter than you. If you bully me, I have your time, I have your attention, and I have your focus. I won. You lost. You're a loser. I'm a winner. I'm me. And you're a version of me that I control. I control your emotions. I control your time. In all rights, I am your God. You have given me that power. You have given me that authority over you. If you think about me all day, every day, and you're cracking jokes, I own you. Literally. I don't want to own anyone, but I can't help that that's how you work and you're a weak individual. I can't help that you can't give your own self time, attention, and focus. I can't help you cannot entertain your own self. And that you got to go, give your influence, time, attention, and focus to somebody else, and that is me. That's kind of why I laugh at all of this stuff. Because you're less than me, and you think you're better than me, yet I have your time, attention, and focus. Remember that. Who's really in power? I am. I am. Like I said, I just played a game that's way over your fucking intelligence. Like, literally. I can't help it. I can't help it. But I want to break you free. I want you to be your own individual self. Don't give me time, attention, and focus. Give it to yourself. That's the point. That's the point. And so you could have all the money in the world, but yet you're bullying me. You're trying to pick on me. You're making fun of me. Like, I won. Your money means nothing. I have everything that you have. I have control over you. I have control over your emotions. You're a weak individual. Go fix that shit. Turn my shit off. Go give yourself time. Go look in the mirror. Go talk to yourself. What's wrong? Why can't you be with yourself? What's wrong? Figure it out. Go be fucking happy. I'm here to break you. I told you this. I'm better than you in every way. But I've given myself time, attention, and focus to get it. I'm the test for you. I'm the example for you. So you can be a better self for you. So you can be free from me. From anything outside of you. That's the point of me. That's the point of E. That's the point of the vine. That's the point of me talking. That's the point of me being in my truck, giving myself time over and over again. I am you, and you are me. And you guys make a joke and put that shit on Urban Dictionary. But I just proved the point. I am you, and you became me. But that was you who did it. I won. You lost. You mimicked me. You made fun of me. But who really had the power? I did. I got in your psyche. I got in your mind. I took control over it. I dominated your thoughts. I dominated your time. You lost. I won. Go tell your buddies that. Go laugh about that. I controlled all your little talking groups. All your little chats. Your group chats. Like, I'm telling you. That's the difference between me and you. I want to help you. I want you to just fucking be free. And go figure out what's inside of you. And how you can bring that out into the world. You got some fire ass shit. You guys are making fun of me. That shit's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's funny. But what's even funnier is I tricked you. I won. I controlled you because you're a sheep. I'm the shepherd. I wrangled you up. And there's no way you can counteract anything I just said. I'm gonna let your pride and ego deal with that. I look at it, man, and it sucks. It really does. Like, cause you look as you grow up and you go through high school and middle school and stuff, and you know, people would always pick on each other, or pick on people. And like I said, I tried my best not to like bully anybody, but I would defend them. I would always defend the kids that got bullied on. I just felt bad for them. Because like I said, a lot of times it was just about size. It was about size or money, you know, but the kids that were bullying were just fucking broken. Like, they were really fucking broken, man. And they were the most insecure people in the whole fucking school. Like, they're just insecure. And so, like, you know, it's kind of a double battle with me. It was like, because like that person's fucking broken as shit. However, you know, this person over here who's doing his own thing and in his own world and is way more authentic and real, and who has a shitty life too, and then maybe even a more shitty life. Like, not only does he have shit going on in his life, he doesn't have money, you know, he doesn't have food, and then you're gonna pick on him because of that. Or maybe he's a little slow in the head or something, or they're a little slow, or they're not all there, you know. I mean, and you guys fucking pick on that. Like, you guys are just weak individuals. Like, he's fucking so weak. He's such a weak individual. And so then I would, you know, kind of defend them and stuff, but it just never made sense to me. It just never made sense. Because I mean, I'm trying to think how, if I bully people, I'm trying to think of a scenario when I did. And I did. I remember I joined in once playing football, and the pastor's kid, like, he was like the quarterback. And then when we were playing football, I didn't give a fuck. I'd hit you. I didn't care who you were. I'm gonna hit you as hard as I can every fucking time. I don't give a fuck who you were. That's not bullying. That's just playing the game. But we were like waiting for practice to start, so I don't remember what happened, but everyone just started picking up the pads and just beating this kid with them. Just beating this kid. And like, it wasn't like they're just pads. Like, so in one right, like, I get it. Like, physically it wasn't a big deal. Like, you're not getting hurt. They're fucking pads. And but I did feel bad afterwards, and I'm pretty sure I did apologize to him at some point. I was like, dude, I remember that one day in football, like, everyone ganged up on you. And because he did quit like shortly after, and fucking hilarious, Kids were so mean, man. Like, I remember going to football camp, and like, we had to get hazed or whatever, and like all the seniors and stuff were protecting me, because they're like, Cody, you don't need to get hazed, man. You're good. And I was like, whatever, dude, I don't really care. Just haze me if you're gonna haze me. If not, fuck it, whatever. And I'm a freshman. And but I don't know, everyone liked me, whatever. But then one senior found me. I was like, "Did you get hazed yet?" I was like, "No." And so, whatever. I just had to. I don't know. It's like a wedgie or some bullshit. It wasn't that bad. But I don't know. I do remember we were at football camp. We were doing towels, like flipping towels at each other. Dude, and I popped this kid. This kid wanted to play towels with me. I was like, "Well, I was like, if this is really what you want to do, we'll play towels." And I popped him, and I popped him like in the eye, like over the eye. I felt so fucking bad because he was like the nicest kid in the world, and he was like from Czechoslovakia, and he was just a nice kid. Like he didn't deserve it. I felt like shit. I popped him good. But I mean, you know, you're a kid. I remember at camp one year. I don't know how old I was. It was like 4th or 5th grade. We went to this summer camp, and the kid wanted me to put him on the flagpole. Like I was like, do you really want me to hang you on the flagpole, man? And he wanted me to. I was like, well, fuck it. Do you really want me to pick you up and put you on the flagpole? And he's like, yeah. So I hung him by his like pant loop on the flagpole at camp. You know, I don't remember how long he stayed there. You know, then we got him off, but he wanted to. I was like, whatever, dude. Do whatever. Dude, I was thinking about this the other day. It's fucking weird. So, like, we're in 4th or 5th grade or 6th grade. I don't remember. And we went to camp. And, like, I never knew anything about this shit. But these kids were, like, we were playing this pass-out game. Where, like, you fucking just, you breathe real heavy and then stand up and shit. And then, like, push on your thing and pass the fuck out. It was so weird. But I watched the movie the other day. And it was in there for a second. Like, I started a movie and I didn't end up watching the whole thing, but these girls were doing that where they were like making each other pass out. I was like, that's fucking weird, man. Like that's dangerous as shit. But it's like the things that you do when you're a kid, it's so dumb. So stupid, man. The things you do is so stupid. And then what's funny is like, because then you're trying to fit in, you know, like, I mean, we drank when we were little, dude, like 13, 14, like, got some Goldschlager. It was just disgusting. And, like, fucking drinking a whole bottle of that, just getting just fucking hammered at, like, 13 years old. And, like, I do not condone this at any means, but, you know, like, the things that you do, and, life is fucking miserable, man. Everyone's just trying to find a fucking reason and escape to make this shit life better, easier, manageable. And you know, it gets out of hand sometimes, you know. I had a buddy went one route, I kind of went another route, but like kind of at the same time, like, and then you meet back up again, and you both kind of had your own life, and one's not really better or worse than the other. It's just that was his and this is my path, you know. And but kind of really at the end of the day, you're still both equally miserable. Like it doesn't matter kind of where you went, but then when you end up together, like everyone's on the same fucking existence of the floor, you know. Like everyone's still equal. Like we still fucking hate this place. We still are tired. We're still alone. We're still feel unlovable, we still feel unworthy, like, and it doesn't matter. Like nobody gets a free pass. No one's getting out of this unscathed, you know. And maybe you don't talk about it or you put on a good mask, but like everyone's fucking depressed, everyone's crying in the corner, everyone's sick and tired of this shit. And like once you start to understand, like, that's why the slowing down is so bad, or the becoming sober, or the self-help stuff is so crazy, because when you really look at it, like, you're really just switching habits, and you're going from like maybe a negative one or an under the influence one, where you maybe do higher risk things or have sex with tons of people, or, you know, using needles, or being more reckless to going to like now I'm gonna work on my body, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna eat healthier, like, but you're just swapping time, you're swapping actions in the same amount of time. And then, yes, maybe spending more time on your body and your mind is more positive, but there's also that other extreme too. Like, I've kind of done it where I've distanced myself from humans, where it's like I've jumped the opposite extreme, where like I want to take care of myself and I want to give myself time, but then at the same right, it's like, but then I don't want to fucking be with people. But then again, I still have habits, though. I still dip tobacco, or I still go drink a beer or two. But I'm trying to find balance, in the mix, where it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, all life is, you're supposed to have a little bit of everything. It's okay to do this and partake in this and partake in that. It's okay to eat some red meat. It's okay to do this. It's okay to eat some ice cream. Just don't overindulge in whatever it is that you do. It's okay to go have sex. It's just don't overindulge. There's risk to it. It's okay to do this. It's okay to do that. But just don't overindulge. And it's okay to have a good weekend out, or go do shrooms, or go do this or go do that, as long as you're safe and secure about it, and you're not being a dick. And then you got to find balance within that. And like I said, I jumped the extreme. I straight up hardcore extremed it, which is probably it's pretty negative. Pretty fucking negative. Because then I risked a lot of things for that, like jumping out of work completely, probably dumb, or getting rid of my landscaping, probably stupid. Where I could have had plenty of money and just kept cutting grass, but I wouldn't have had as much time for myself, And so for me, that was just a sacrifice. I knew that sacrifice had to happen. Because for me, a person like me, I have to cut things off. Like, I have to burn bridges. Like, I have to. Otherwise, I'll go back. Because it was so fucking easy. And then I'll just get trapped back into the old cycle. So, like I said, for me in my life, I have to cut. I gotta cut. There's no ifs, ands, or buts for me. I have to do extreme shit. But that's just me, but I like it that way. Because then I get to explore a whole new realm of existence, a whole new realm of things. Because I already know everything about the other stuff. I already know how to, I can pick up cutting grass and go get yards and be back at it in a fucking day. It's not I know everything about it. I just don't want to. Because then if I get back in it again, then I'm fucking in it. Then I start neglecting myself again for money. And something that I don't really want to do. Like I said, if it was like life coaching or something, yeah, it's fine. Because then I'm getting so much more. I'm getting to be with people, so I'm filling multiple needs. When if I'm just cutting grass, I'm only getting one need. And that's kind of it for me. It's like, whatever it is that I do, I need to get multi-faceted repercussions from it. And money can't be the number one thing. It just can't be. Because money is not going to do anything for me. And then if someone only wants me because of how much money I have, or that's the deciding factor, then I don't want them. Because their priorities are different than mine. It's not that their priorities are good or worse than mine. Their priorities are just different. Because they find happiness or joy or some glimpse of it in money when it should be just in their self. And then the money is just bonus. It's extra. And you look at it where it's like, money buys you happiness. Or maybe rich people or people with a lot of money say that. They're not fucking happy. They're just filling their time with entertainment. There's two different things. But why are they chasing all these highs? Because they're not fucking happy. They're chasing after external pleasures, that they're not technically happy within themselves or what they can create through themselves with nothing. It doesn't mean they're not happy. It just means I guess they're happy enough. They're just gonna run and use their money until they die. I don't know. That could be fine. Who cares? I don't know. And maybe that's more right than my way. You know, maybe that's more right than my way. Just chasing after external pleasures, always. And if you have the money to do that, then I guess have fucking fun. Have fun. You know, maybe, like I said, maybe my way is wrong. I didn't want to recognize the part you play. But I don't need to exercise my heart. Do something you hate every day so you can have vacations, I guess. I don't know. And I need someone to need me. Or do something you love every day and always be on vacation. But it doesn't mean your vacation's at the beach. It doesn't mean your vacation is a real vacation in the other ride. Because maybe my way is more grinding, actually. Where you're creating all the time. And I tell people this. It's like, the way I do things is like, I'm always grinding. Like, I'm always thinking. I'm always doing action. And so, so I think maybe even in one right, what I'm doing is harder. Because even if when I left and went out of town, I'm thinking the whole time. I'm crying the whole time. I'm battling the ideas the whole time. I'm not really technically escaping anything else other than the Matrix. And that's way of life. But I'm doing it in the totality scale. I'm not doing it half on 3 days away. Everything I'm doing is the opposite of what I've always done. It was almost like I'm just on permanent vacation technically, but this is more work than a vacation. And then it's tend to go on vacation with other people. I'm by my fucking self. But it's fun as shit. Straight fun as shit. I don't know. It's fun as shit. Dude, it's hilarious. It's so fun. I got some new shoes today. They were $40. No Under Armour. I was like, well, fuck it, $40 pair of shoes. I'm cool with that. It's actually back. I'm pretty frugal technically, but then technically I'm not. Because it's dude, I spend the fuck out of money. I spend the shit out of money on my art, right? But then I haven't bought anything new for myself really in 3 years. My shoes were all the same shoes for 5 years. I've had all the same pair of shoes for 5 or 6 years. I just rotated them in and out. Cause when I bought them, they were $50 a pair, and so I bought 5 pair. And after I bought the first pair and I liked them, then I just bought I just bought 5 or 6 pair of shoes because I knew they were gonna last me and I liked them. And I think I bought some sunglasses when my mom passed away, so that was 3 years ago. I bought 2 pair within a small reign of time, so that's $400 or $500. The 2 pair of Oakleys, but I was making a lot more money. I was making a lot of fucking money back then. Plus, like I said, everything I bought was practical reasons too. Cutting grass, I need sunglasses to protect my eyes. So I could justify spending $250, $300 for a fucking pair of sunglasses. Like the first pair of Oakleys I had them for like 10 years before I bought a new pair. I would buy new lenses every year, but I still have the same frames. So I don't know. You kind of look at how you spend money. I mean, I built my computer, so there's a couple grand in that. You know, computer screens. I got a couple $100 a piece for computer screens. I always bought what I wanted, but I always worked for it, so it wasn't like whatever, whether it was guns or stuff or mowers or whatever. But then again, before I got my last mower, I spent like $3 on my mower, or $4, and then I bought a new engine for it, so that was another $2, so I had $5 in it, which is cool. But that mower made me a shit ton of money. Plus I saved. Because a brand new mower was like $12 or 10 to $12, and so I spent $5 and got a damn good mower. That's built better than these new ones, anyways. In my right, in my understanding, based on my experience for 20 years, 15 years of cutting grass. But and you just kind of look at how you spent money. And yeah, man, I was in a lack there mindset when I could have had a lot more money, because then I would maybe spend more money on this or that, or eating out. That's definitely eating out. Or over tipping for sure. Definitely over tipping people. But I don't know, man. I like to tip people. I like to be generous, I guess. But then at the end of the day, you get nothing in return. So, I gotta be different now. So, I'm changing the way I'm doing things for the most part now. There can't be the old me. And that's in every right, in every direction, in every possibility. Like, I can't be the same. So, I can't overgive. I can be nice and generous with my time. But at the same time, if I'm not getting stuff in return, I can't reciprocate it. Can't keep giving. Can't be over giving, because there's so much I could do with what I gave. I could be so much further along if I would have kept everything for myself instead of giving away for free. So that's one concept that sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna kill this though, man. Today was crazy. Every day's crazy. And the reason why I kind of talked 3 days in a row was I just need to. And being that I'm not creating, and I'm probably not going to create before I leave. I just needed to talk, to do something. Because why not? I don't know. This is more beneficial and better for me than anything else is. Than anything else. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about giving yourself time, attention, and focus. It's about speaking your fucking mind, man. I'm telling you. Like, do it. 15 minutes a day. Like, if you don't got a lot of time, if you got tons of kids and shit, or in your closet, or if you do have a partner. Like, say you had a partner, like, you two together, just every night, talk 30 minutes about whatever. Just be honest with each other. And then maybe you can't be. So, maybe at first you need to just talk with, go separate rooms by yourself, and talk and record it. You know what? Talk, record it, and then give it to the other person. And that will kind of help build that intimacy between you two. Real intimacy. Like, what are your real thoughts? What are your real wants? What are your real desires? What are your real kinks? You know, like, get as real as possible. But then again, in one right, like, you may not be able to bring those things in yet until you guys are comfortable with yourself. Because the more you talk, the less shame and guilt you get. But you have to speak it out loud, because you can change it. Like, once you speak something, if you have shame and guilt in it, then you can choose to continue to do it or not do it. That's the point. But if you just do the act without speaking it and acknowledging that it's real, that you're hiding it from half of your body, yourself, like your mind and in the vibration, that's where the shame and guilt comes from. But if you speak and call what it is that you're doing, then at that point in time, you're calling judgment on yourself. And then you can either continue to do the act and get away of the shame and guilt, as long as you're not hurting anyone. Like I said, the only rule is don't infringe on somebody's free will. But if you have a partner, you guys need to kind of, now you're chained to them, right? You're connected to them, you're obligated to them, you're meant to not hurt them. And so that's where the shame and guilt would come from. Like, if you're doing something that your partner would feel bad about, then you don't want to do that, because that's hurting you, because that partner is you. You're her and he is you. So that's the concept of I am you and you are me. Like, that's, you are that. Like, that's the point of everything. And like, we are all humans, so every act that I do either is positive towards you or negative towards you. And so I have to look at my pride and ego when I do something, and it doesn't mean that I don't hurt people, because I do. And it doesn't mean that it's intended, but it might be the result. And there's nothing I can do about it now. And then at the same time, if the other person doesn't speak up and say, hey, E, you did this to me, or you left me, or you made me feel abandoned, like, how am I supposed to know? I could perceive that could be a possibility of it, but it doesn't mean, I knew. I mean, I could have assumed it, but I have no real understanding to believe or disbelieve that is the case. I don't know. Or something I say hurts you. Where I had a buddy, like I said, one day, he texted me and asked me about something, and I was like, dude, that's not, it is. He said it hurt his feelings, and I was like, man, I was like, this is my journey, and I kind of had to explain to him, I have to speak my thoughts, and then you grow from it once you speak. But you have to speak out ideas. So, if my idea offends you, like, that's not me. That's not my problem in one right. Like, I'm sorry if it offends you, but it is what it is. Like, I can't. The way I think, like, why does it hold weight? It shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Let's go talk for yourself. Like, go figure out the shit for yourself. Like, that's what's so funny. It's like, if you get offended by my content or by the things I'm saying, like, that's something in you. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who's listening. I don't even know who's getting offended. But if you are getting offended, look at why you're getting offended. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. It has something to do with you. A holla. Love y'all. Peace.
I don't need to exercise my heart today, and I need someone to need me, I swear. But too frequently all the frequencies are unfair. For you, my darling, I think I liked you better before I loved you. And I don't know where we thought this plane was landing, because I liked you better before I loved you. We went to paradise and then I left you stranded. Time don't take the same without you. But when you get close, I need some time to rest my case and sleep with my eyes closed. And when I dream you're running circles, try to come down. And I need someone to need me, I swear. But too frequently all the frequencies are unfair. For you, my darling, I think I liked you better before I loved you. And I don't know where we thought this plane was landing, because I liked you better before I loved you. We went to paradise my darling. But it's always been you, my darling.